Yo, YouTube! Greetings and salutations. It's your boy, Uncle Jizz. Thank you for tuning in, and you see her in all her magnificence. Punk rock as much as you can get at one time. It is the incomparable, second to none, Miss Katie Soulful. Everybody deserves some pew-pews in their life. Is the way I feel.
So honored.
Guys, thank you for coming through and tuning in. And those AJ fans, the Jordanettes, we're glad to be back on the video cataloging and watching and reacting. This will be your first time listening to Miss Jordan. Yes, correct?
Yeah. Yes,
okay, so as one singer, you're listening to another singer, and we're going to be able to get your tremendous post-game breakdown analysis, if you will.
Right.
And so get ready, buckle up. This woman's voice is, I mean, she is a youngster, but has the voice of, an old sage, if you will. I don't want to say, I don't want to use actual numbers because I don't want to get blasted in the comments. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we're gonna get right to it. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Stayed on the farm, I should have listened to my old man. You know you can hold me forever. I didn't sign up with you. I'm not a present for your friends to open. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't plant me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the oldie back town. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick So goodbye, yellow brick road, where the dogs of society howl. Back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the only bag Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road.
I'm dead. I'm actually dead.
Listen, I know that you guys who have been part of the family, the channel for a while, you know how we feel about Angelina here. So we got to just kick it to the co-host. I mean, Angelina Jordan, first time hearing her sing, and there's some stuff in the archives. I'm going to send Katie there. She's going to check it out. But just off the bat, what do you think about, first of all, just judge her as a singer? I mean, like, just what are your opinions about her as just as a straight up singer? Then you need to have a conversation about what when you heard she was 13.
What? Like
every person's reaction.
Okay, I'll get to that in a second, but oh my God. So I've said this before and I'll say it again. I love a good alto.
Yes, right?
Her low notes are so clear, so beautiful, and like those riffs. I just said the word clear, but I'm going to say it again because it is, I know this for a fact because I do it. Riffs can get real messy real fast.
Right.
And all of her like, no.
Right.
See? Terrible.
Yeah. That's pretty good. That's better than anybody out here.
Her riffs are crystal clear and intentional.
And to that point, as a singer, about the subject matter of riffing, sometimes it feels like, and I could be wrong, but sometimes it feels like a crutch, something people use to sort of like, hey, look at me, I'm really good at this.
Yes.
And sometimes, like you said, it can get sloppy. It's trying to bite off more than you can chew. Or even if it's okay, it can feel like, okay, we get it. You know, you don't need to go there with this. But I feel like, and I know plenty of people will say this in the comments, every time I've heard her sing, and she does add a lot of that inflection and her own flavor to it, it never feels like too much. It feels like, and I think that's the mark of someone who is at her caliber versus other people who, like, you know, you go to the karaoke bar every once in a while and people are riffing like, you know, like they're auditioning for Motown. I'm like, yo, settle down.
But there are also very, very well-known singers that do a lot of riffing that's like, okay, all right.
Right.
Like, okay,
like listen.
Your Oh Holy Night doesn't have to have, like, we get it. We get it.
We're not going to name any names, but you know exactly who we're talking about out there in these streets.
But I will say, like, I agree with you that a lot of riffing can be very, like, this is hard to listen to.
Right.
But I feel like it can be because it's, you may I go back and forth because being able to riff that well the way that Angelina does takes a lot of control, but at the same time it's like, well, you know, you should be able to hold out a note as well,
right?
Which she does,
right?
And so
she does both.
She like picks her moments of when to do a riff that makes it a little bit more unique in her style, and when to hold out that belting note,
right? And you don't, for some people in the riff world, it's what they're known for and kind of only what they're known for. And for her to be able to go, I can drop in and out of this again, that I think that's what keeps her at the superstar status. So brilliant. And 13.
I don't understand.
I could barely get my books into the book bag at the end of the period at 13 and not trip on the way to my next class. So
I think about who I was when I was 13, because I would have given everything to be where she was at 13.
Right.
Talent wise, like the exposure wise.
Right. Brilliant.
And thinking about like who I was then, like, oh man, I would have been like, and her poise at the end of
handling it. That's
thank
exactly.
you so much. I would have been like,
she handles it like that. And as people will, I'm undoubtedly say in the comments, it's because she's been doing this since she was little. Like her first exposure, and you guys have, you know, I've done some of those reactions when I first started on the Angelina, you know, getting on that bandwagon. You know, she's doing stuff at 5 and 6 and 7 years old, where you're just like, are you kidding? And her voice sounds like someone, you know, the one judge said sounds like, you know, an old soul trapped in, you know, in a young body. So
how old, Sam? How old?
13.
How old do you think? No. How old do you think her soul is?
No, her soul's 100.
Really old. 45.
Her soul's a pirate. Thank you guys so much for coming through and rocking with the channel. Thank you for watching another Angelina Jordan reaction. We're going to get back on them. We're getting back into the full catalog. We're going to start adding some stuff. Make sure to say hi to Katie in the comments and let her know how appreciated she is. And again, we do have potentially down the line some Sunset Singers reactions, and that's Katie's group, so we're going to try and get into that. But anyway, that's it for us. We're just grateful. Katie, any final thoughts on Angelina? You're excited about the trip, the journey?
Yeah, more, all of it. I want.
That's what we like to hear. We're definitely going to bring that to you, so we're going to leave you right now with our standard little peace.
Yo, you know I'ma run this, kid. Shouts out to Curtis Magic and Uncle Jizz. Yeah, when I do my lyrics, dog, I'm repping for the faction. Hit them up online for the fly ass reactions. Yeah, out to him, I be giving mad love. Yo, shout to Uncle Jizz, I'ma give you the plug.